So this VHS tape right here is what actually sparked my interest in turntablism and the DMCs. This came out in 1999 and it's a highlight tape of DMC moments from 1985 all the way to 1999. Without this tape, I would not have gone on to become a DMC champion in 2004. So in this video, I'm going to be watching this tape and reacting to the sets and breaking down what the DJs are doing. Let's get into it. Right, let's get started. So this is DJ Oogaloos from Denmark. So this video, we're starting this video from about 1989. So it's important to note that in this era of the DMCs, body tricks and tricks like this were a real mainstay. They were a very big part of the DMCs. So cutting the crossfader between two decks with his foot. Yoshi, Japan. So this is interesting. This is proper traditional juggling, and then he does that, of course. I've actually tried that. It's not easy at all. That's pretty cool. Surprised I've not seen DJs do some of these things. Actually cutting with it as well. I remember this, like slow-mo juggling by just pushing the record so it plays very slowly. Wicked. This is what I mean. Body tricks were such a big part of it back then. There was a lot of this back then. I remember Elliot Ness, like beat juggling like this. Ludicrous. You just couldn't get away with that now, I don't think. What's he going to do here? Of course, foot on the fader every time. There was a lot of this back then. Holland. This is interesting. I did something like this in 2004 where I covered my eyes whilst I was beat juggling. Don't get me wrong, it's really hard to do, but actually once you have practiced it enough and you know the rhythm of how to pull the record back and move the fader, as long as you've done the preparation, it's not actually that difficult. Okay, body tricks as well. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Nice. Oh, so this is still the same guy. Oh, I remember this. Wears the mixer like a necklace. See what I mean? Every single DJ back then, you had to do some kind of crazy body trick. I hope that's their own mixer as well, because some of them put the fader in, like their mouth on the fader. Nice transforms. Pretty fast. But yeah, I was going to say, like, I hope they bring their own mixers, because some people move the fader with their mouths, and when you look at what some of the other DJs did with that mixer, pretty messy. But like, the thing is, this era was not about making like a really pleasant on the ears funky routine. It was about showmanship. Like, you couldn't listen to a set like this, you know? Whereas if you look at someone like Craze or Mr. Thing later on in the DMCs, you can put that in your earphones and listen to that set. But this is more akin to, you know, a live performance, or I don't want to say a circus act, because that's quite harsh, but like, you know, this is closer to a physical performance than a DJ set, you know? Pretty tight though. I've never tried that, but I can guarantee you that is not easy to pull off and actually hit. Oh, hello. Is that Qbert? It is. Oh, he was on another level. And then he stops the record. I remember this. Sick. Now this is the start of the DMCs actually going into a more technical era. And then reverses it and keeps it perfectly in time. Crazy. And lifts the turntable. So Q changed the game. Qbert changed everything. It's a shame they don't show the crossfader here, because I want to see what he's doing with the fader, but yeah, this is sick. And then we come to DJ David. Yeah, Qbert changed the game. When you see that Qbert set in isolation around all these other sets, it really stands out, doesn't it? He took it to a new level. I love this scratch by David. Again, so now, we're getting into that era where it's actually nice to listen to. I could listen to that scratch all day long. But then DJ David goes into the crazy body tricks, and like, this is sick though. It literally looks like it's on fast forward there. That is really sick. The way he strobes the track that fast with the fader. And then if you've not seen this is probably the most... I mean, I think this ended body tricks, because you couldn't do anything better than this body trick on a turntable. If you've not seen this, check this. Crazy.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. What about that?
He almost reduced Tony Prince to tears there. Oh, it says Ministry of Sound. So what he's doing there is he's scraping the stylus against the strobe pattern on the turntable. Trying to make it look like he's swatting a fly. I wonder if there were people at the Ministry that night to like dance and rave, and then this turns up on stage. They're like, what the hell? I wonder how many needles he got through. I've always been a massive fan of the Japanese entrance in the DMCs. In fact, I will do a Japan special real soon.
Might find it funny, but hey, I do it cause I like it. Might find it funny, but hey, I do it cause I like it. Might find it funny, but hey, you might find it funny, but hey.
So clearly body tricks are still a massive part of it. juggling whilst taking his top off. I mean, how far can you push this?
Yeah!
Oh, so this is interesting. So back then you were allowed to enter as a team, even in the singles. Which you've got to imagine is a little bit of an advantage, an unfair advantage. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. When they sped that up, impressive. Because if you just miss one part of that, it's game over and you look stupid. You just don't see things like this in the DMCs anymore. Those like real showmanship, body trick moments. And it's been like that for years. I think all that stopped around basically when DJ Noise won it. 96, 95, that kind of era. I mean, these guys are good, but I feel like they have a couple of tricks, you know? Oh, what are they going to do now? Never put my mouth on a crossfader. Where's this going? The coordination there is pretty impressive. It's impressive. You see a lot of, I think Plus One did something like this in 2001. Like tapping the record to create a beat. DJ Tommy, legend. Oh, I've not seen this for a long time. So you definitely, when I did it, you definitely were not allowed a microphone. So they changed the rules slightly. But of course, you weren't allowed to enter it with somebody else. It was singles only. Oh, that's brave. It's amazing how sturdy 1210s can be. But how is that? How is the needle not all over the shop like that? See, I feel like back then, certain DMC sets were kind of like tricks for tricks' sake. But it's a different time, you know? I guess you had to stand out. Turntablism had not got to a technical level where you could stand out by being technical and musical. So this is how you stood out back in the early 90s. Oh. Where's this going? Oh my God. That kind of hurts my soul a bit. So he's scraping the needle across the record with his foot. There. What is that doing to the tone arm? What's going on here? Oh. That fell flat. Poor Tommy. Crazy B. Look how young Crazy B is. I forgot that Crazy B had been doing it for this long. Crazy B was in the top 3 of the world final in '98. That noise is jarring, isn't it? It's just white noise. Okay, this is just noise. I mean, this is literally just noise. So he's taking the ground cable and putting it on the back of the mixer to make that static noise. I mean, that is, I'm not here to judge, but that is just a noise that nobody wants to hear. And he's kind of pretending that he's playing a violin with it. It sounds better when that beat's involved. Because then at that point it could just be a synth. What? So hold on. How did they make that giant record?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it!
I forgot about this. Oh my god, talk about a prop. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is too far.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it! You can't be naughty!
Now here we go, the Dream Team. Or rather, Rocksteady DJs, my bad. Dream Team came later. Mixmaster Mike, Apollo and Cuba. I really feel like Cuba changed the game. And this... I don't want to talk over this too much because it's just legendary. This is just pure skills, pure DJ skills. No body tricks. So good. This is them still. Yeah, they changed the game. I think you're going to see now, so this is 93, 94, I think you're going to see from this point, there will still be the body tricks, but the game changed after that. Rectangle. A lot of people mention Rectangle set in the comments of the US video I did. Yeah, Rectangle's a legend. This is why you shouldn't put your mouth on a fader. Oh, I remember this. I'll tell you what, you couldn't do this now. I think Tony from DMC would have something to say about this, and so would the venue. And the fader as well. You can see by his face, he's in pain here. Crazy. Australia, you don't see too much Australian representation in the DMCs over the years. using the line switches so that he can use 3 decks here. 4 decks, in fact. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Wow, so he's juggling between the 2 decks on the right with the line switch. So back then, 4-channel mixers weren't really a thing, certainly not in the DMCs. But you could use 4 decks if you use the line switch. So he must have some kind of line to phono converter plugged in.
Shit! Bullshit! Shit! Sorry that I had to get. Sorry that I had to. Sorry that I had to. Sorry that I had. Sorry that I had to get some. Sorry that I had to get.
I wonder what the year was where they stopped teams being allowed to enter, because it is an unfair advantage. Here they are, Dream Team. They're just a level above. Immediately you can hear it. The drumming that Q does here, check this. Strong needles. Legendary. It's crazy going back and watching it and just seeing how Q and the Dream Team and the Rocksteadies really changed everything. So good. Now we're into 95, the Hippodrome London. So we'll probably watch a few more minutes of this and then we'll save the rest for part 2. Wow, you can really hear it's in a big nightclub. You can hear the echo. So this is 95, so this is the year that Noise won it. And it's around here and the year before where things really started to change and the DMCs switched from being this kind of like body trick fest to being more about music. This is kind of crazy though. He's beat juggling on 4 decks there. Kofi, legendary Kofi. When I was working at Serato, I linked up with Kofi quite a bit, and he can still cut. He can still really do this. So this is the year that Noise won, and this was a landmark set.
This shit don't impress me. It's just a phase, and you know damn well that you'll fall off in a minute, cause that shit don't sell.
Look at that shit, it's a motherfucking ridiculous. Take a look at yourself.
Making records talk to each other.
Look at that shit, it's a motherfucking ridiculous.
Take a look at yourself, take a look at yourself.
It's just so ridiculous.
We need to one day take a longer look at that Noise set because it really did change things. Rock Raider, RIP. This is one of the greatest sets of all time. So actually, my bad, Rock Raider won it this year. DJ Noise won it the following year. So whilst Rock Raider is still implementing some of the body tricks here, the bulk of his set is just pure unadulterated skill on the turntables. It's pure DJing skill with some of this. So it's the best of both worlds. And it was just a transitional time between the body tricks and being really good on a pair of turntables. Okay, so that's 96. So we're going to leave that there. So in next week's video, we're going to take a look at the rest of the DJ sets from 1996 all the way to 1999. If you made it to the end of this video, why not watch this video right here?